It's a lot of fun to play in those games, be part of them. Obviously not fun to end up how we did. For us, you look at what our plan to win is. I don't think we didn't follow that. Play great defense. We didn't do that. I was concerned. I was really concerned about the run game coming in. And obviously we didn't do a great job stopping the run. Something watching them on film, I thought they ran the ball a little better than they were getting credit for. I think defensively, injuries finally caught up to us, this year. I mean, we've been just devastated with injuries. A team that's been suffered more injuries than we have this year, and I think it finally caught up to us tonight. When you lose both your starting DNs pretty much out for the didn't play. Especially in this type of environment, catches up to you. Red zone scoring, huge aspect to it. We had, right, we should, if we just score touchdowns in the red zone, 2 possessions there in the fourth quarter. Didn't come away with points, and you need to do that. If we did, we'd still be playing. Maybe, I don't know, right? At least statistically, you got to go for 2 or something in those situations, but it didn't happen. So, we got to get better. Great thing, big thing for us. I mean, next week's even a bigger game than this week for us. One fun thing about being in Florida, the games just keep getting bigger as you go, and next week's a much bigger game than this game. Our next four games are against SEC East teams, completely controlling our own destiny. So we got to get ready, head up South Carolina, and get ready to find a way to go do that. Get a win.
What was it you saw from their run game that gave you caution?
Just on film, I thought they cover people up, they block well. I thought people really get nervous about their pass game and the matchups there, and they're able to cover you up. Their back's pretty good, finds seams, finds holes. And does it, and I think when, especially with where we are, when we started hitting injuries, I mean, they ran the ball 24 plays for 218 yards. That's not very good, run defense.
What was it about Burrow that made him so difficult to defend?
I thought he did a good job scrambling around to extend plays, to be honest with you. But I thought their ability to run the ball really was the big difference in the game, I don't think we got we weren't able to get pressure on him. Which was one thing to see how he'd handle getting the pressure on him. And when we did, he did a good job of scrambling, right? He had 43 yards rushing, so he had a pretty good job running the ball when we were able to get pressure on him.
You've coached against LSU for a long time. What's it like to see an offense like they have now, relative to how it's been?
I don't know, it's just a different type of game. I mean, games are games, I mean, they just play their style now is their style now, and you gotta fit it, you gotta tackle, you gotta make plays, I mean, I've been here in defensive battles, I've been here in offensive battles. This is what it is.
You'd watch them all, obviously on film there, you knew what their offense was capable. Were you still surprised though to see them go for 42 points against this defense?
No, I thought the fact that I was concerned the run, and I thought the injuries. Once we had all those injuries on the D line, and we I thought that was a big factor. It wasn't surprising. I knew they could score points, and you look at what you want to accomplish, which is create some pressure, don't give up the explosive plays, stop the run. No. You're doing that with some freshman D linemen in there at times, and miss some fits. So, but all stuff we got to get fixed up.
Did you feel pretty good at halftime, just the way you control the ball offensively?
I felt good until the 4th down play, and we didn't score. So.
I mean, but just the way the game was going.
Yeah, I thought we were executing and moving the ball offensively. I thought we did a pretty good job executing all night, and but the margin for error at big games is really small, and you can't come away with 2 empty red zone possessions in the 4th quarter offensively. Just can't do that.
Kyle's performance, I mean, he showed a lot of poise at times.
Yeah, I thought he did a really good job. Thought Emery did a really good job. Came in and gave a good mix-up for us. Both those guys. I don't have a whole lot to complain with their performances tonight. I thought they handled the environment. It was an amazing environment. It's what makes the SEC so special. Everybody was worried, is the environment going to get to our young offensive line and get to our quarterbacks that don't have much experience? Didn't. They handled it in every situation. But, didn't do the things we needed to do at the end of it.
Well, Michael P. Ryan seemed to build on the Auburn performance. He ran hard.
Ran hard, I thought, one of the things, we wanted to try to stay balanced on the night. We threw a 44, ran a 40. At the end we had to get a little disproportionate right there. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, if you would have come in and said we're going to throw for more yards than LSU tonight, probably be like, really? But we did. But you know, I mean, it was the other things that we didn't do within our plan to win the game.
Was Grenard hurt in practice and then
Who?
Jonathan Grenard?
He got hurt last week
in the game.
in the game, and we were hoping he'd be able to play, and he didn't practice, but we were just doing rehab all week, and he just got out there and he said he couldn't go.
He and Zuniga still will be questionable for next week.
Well, I don't have no idea.
What did you see on the Trask interception in the end zone?
He's trying to make a play, you know, trying to give his chance to a receiver to make a play, and he just, you know, I think he tried to back shoulder it.
It seemed like
They caught it?
It seemed like in the first half, the goal was to try to sustain long drives, maybe limit LSU's offensive possessions, just based on the time possession.
No, we knew their explosive offense really wasn't that. It's just trying to execute. You know what I mean? And we thought, honestly, coming into the game, we thought we'd be able to run the ball a little bit on them. You know, even though we struggled at that, I thought we did at times. We were able to run the ball at times. I liked it. We thought we could create some matchups in the pass game. I thought we were able to create some matchups in the pass game, spread the ball around to some different people. You know, I thought, you know, with the exception of the red zone possessions there at the end, I thought we executed fairly well all night. A couple mistakes here and there. But like I said, when you get into big games, the margin for error gets very, very, very small. So we have to learn from that because we have a bigger one next week.
Still control your destiny in the SEC East. Was that the message to the team?
Yeah, that's part of it right there. I mean, like next week, I don't know. Next week's like for us. The next week's a much bigger game than this week. You know, this week was a great atmosphere, big time college football game. For Florida, next week, always gonna be bigger. You got to, whether we won or lost tonight, you still had to win the next four to you know, to basically, right, there'd be minimal chance of error walking out of here going into the next four games.
What happened on the Chase touchdown? The Jamar Chase touchdown.
Which one was that?
It was pretty
54
wide.
yard right side line.
Yeah, he just ran a crossing route. And our
No, the big one down
yeah, our
the sideline.
DBs, they just ran a crossing route, and our DBs didn't pass it off, ran into each other, bumped into each other. They did a nice job, and we didn't cover it.
Did you feel like that was kind of that back-breaking play?
No, because I thought, you know, like you saw, I mean, to me, talk to the offense, you need to get the first touchdown before you get the second one, right? And we did that. We had the chance. We drove right down the field, and we just didn't finish it there at the end. You know, I mean, obviously, you hope to score a little bit quicker than we do, and you know, you're looking. I don't know when we get the ball in the red zone right there, about a minute, probably about a minute 50, minute 2 minutes. We have 3 timeouts still, so you're still right in the middle of the game. You know, you got to be able to win situational football, and so we felt pretty comfortable that, you know, we practice all of to be in that situation. We just didn't get the first touchdown that we needed.
You mentioned the boys and the way that Emery and Kyle handled the crowd and the environment in the big game. Do you learn anything about them, the way that they did that?
Not that I didn't already know. I mean, I didn't expect. I expected them to be able to handle that. To be honest with you, you know, I mean, they both guys they practice hard. They prepare the right way. They're both confident guys. You know, Brian gets them ready to go. And to be honest with you, I wasn't surprised with how they handled it all.
What do you build off of this performance? I mean, what are some of the couple of the things you'll take away and you'll be happy and build on? I know you're not happy.
Well, I mean, you know, I think one. I mean, we played in a really hostile environment. We've got a couple of those still coming up, and so I guess we can get ready that we practice for really loud crowd noise, and we seem to handle it this week. So hopefully that we're used to the crowd noise part of it for next week's practice.
Dan, obviously last year you had a hard time with the game after Georgia. I mean,
Yeah.
is that kind of the message? Is don't let one become two?
Well, we'll talk about that this week, but you know, I mean, obviously, you know, I want to make sure, because I don't think we played real well in the second one of those. But you know, this league's tough. You know, this league's tough. You play in, you know, it's the SEC. I don't think there's, you know, I don't think anybody in the country has a 4-game stretch that we're right halfway through now. I don't think anybody in the country plays that type of schedule in a 4-game stretch. You know, I don't think it's actually possible in any other conference but this one. that's part of playing big boy football here in the SEC. You got to be ready for the next one.
What do you want to see from this team in this locker room tomorrow and on Monday to know that they're not going to let one turn into two?
Well, our preparation, I mean, if our preparation's not better this coming week than it was last week, we can't expect to win. So we got to prepare better. I love everybody, and I know it might sound cliche. Everybody puts so much into it, right? Everybody's like, oh, this, or oh, that. It's really, there's no reality in any of that. It's all about our preparation this coming week. All the kids' families like, oh, what about this? Oh, what? No, it's just, are we preparing the right way? Are we finding a way to get better? Find a way to make another play. It's a lot less complicated than everybody thinks. The actual scheme preparation, what we do, is very, very complicated. But the aspect of if we have a great week of preparation this week, and everybody within the program. I'm talking about guys that don't even make the trip have to have an unbelievable week of preparation, get the team ready. If we can do that, we have the opportunity to perform better next week than we did this week. And if we can perform better next week than we did this week, we'll have the opportunity to win. And I hate to be so black and white about it. That's the reality of the game.